There are kids, actual toddlers, who just wake up one day and start describing how they died. I'm talking names, details, even the killer. And in one case, a 3-year-old solved his own murder. And it just gets wilder from there. Welcome back to Talk Smart to Me for the girlies, the icons, and every fabulous letter of the rainbow. We're breaking down science, mystery, spirituality, and all the stuff that rewires how you see reality. Because we don't need more content. We need real explanations, and definitely not another finance bro with a podcast mic. In the Golan Heights, a boy was born with a long red birthmark across his forehead. But at age 3, he told adults he'd been murdered in his past life with an axe, and that he could show them where his body was buried. He led them to a village that he'd never been to, pointed at a house, and said, "That's where I live." He then pointed at a man in the street and said, "That's the man who killed me." And everybody laughed until he led them to a buried skeleton with a skull wound in the exact same spot as his birthmark and an axe buried nearby. And yeah, the man confessed on the spot. Then there's another, James Leninger, a 2-year-old from Louisiana who started having horrifying nightmares of crashing planes. He'd scream in his sleep and say things like, "Airplane on fire," and "the little man can't get out." He named World War II planes, battle locations, and kept saying the name James Houston Jr. Turns out there was a real Navy pilot who died in 1945, and James knew everything about his life, right down to the name of his best friend on the ship. And remember, this kid is just 2 years old. I need to emphasize that these aren't just ghost stories. They have been studied by scientists, verified through public records, and in some cases led to actual criminal confessions. We'll get into the science, like how one university alone has over 2,500 of these cases on record. But social media, like Instagram, punishes anything over 3 minutes, so I'm saving the rest for part 2. Follow so you don't miss it, and remember, knowing things is hot.